Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. We are doing another alternate card using elements from the Sweet Springtime Paper Pumpkin Kit for February 2024. So I've got a basic white card base. I've got a Berry Burst card front in 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I've cut down one of the envelopes to 5 1/4 by 4, and I've trimmed down one of the card fronts to fit. It's just about 3.5 maybe by 3.5. And then I've got the banner from the kit, and I've stamped Happy Easter on it in the Berry Burst. But I'm going to make this a pop-up card. So I have used the Love of Spring dies to cut out some leaves in soft seafoam. And then this is Granny Apple Green with basic white, and I use the dark Stampin' Blends in dark Petal Pink just to color the middle of the flowers so it matches the middle of the flowers here. So I'm going to build the front of the card really quickly so that we can get to doing the pop-up. So basically everything is going to be flat mounted here. So let's just get that going. It might take just a little bit longer than my normal video length to do the pop-up piece, because it can be a bit of fiddle to get it going. So let's just get this all mounted up. Again, very narrow margins on this one because I've got the extra layer of matting in behind, but I wanted this to mimic this, so that's why I did that. I'm not going to worry about matting this piece because it's quite busy as it is, and we're just going to pop that onto the card like that. I'm going to put this on later because I'm going to dimensionalize it, and I need the front of the card to be a little bit flatter while I do the pop-up. Now, what I've got, this is 5 1/4, I believe. Actually, it's about 5 inches. I've folded it in half and then folded the ends back like this because it's going to actually attach kind of like this. What we want to make sure is that when we close the card, that this doesn't stick out the side. So what I'm going to do is, I know that I want it to be kind of like this. So when I do that and I close the card, I know it's going to be tucked in. But I need to build this first. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a row of adhesive on the back. And I've got a secondary piece that I'm going to put in behind when everything's attached, because I need that row of adhesive to attach everything. And I'm working from the back, so I'm going to be putting things down. I need to make sure that where the fold is, I don't actually have a flower right on the fold, because it will get crushed in the middle. So I'm going to add the flowers down like this, and I'm going to crowd this side so that I can put this one here like this. When you turn it over, that's what you've got. And I'm going to add these leaves in behind, just like that. And I might only have room for 2. So they're in behind like that. So when it folds flat, you can see nothing's going to get crushed in that middle fold. And because I've still got adhesive here, I'm just going to put this strip across to kind of pick up the rest of that adhesive so that when the card is closed, it doesn't stick to itself. There's different ways you can do this. You can do it with sticky strip, like the tear and tape, which is thinner. You can do it with glue dots if you want to. There's a few ways to do this, but now when I fold this closed, it will open. And it looks like I need to add some adhesive to this side. It's always good to stop and test before you actually build. All right, so we're ready to go with our piece for the middle. Excuse me. So it's going to look like this when it's open, but I need to make sure that when it's closed, it's not going to extend. So what I'm going to do is, I know I want it here, so I'm going to put some adhesive here. So it's not going to lay completely flat when the card is opened, but it's going to be pretty close because you kind of want that 3D effect. So now I'm going to fold this over and I'm going to put adhesive on here like this, and then I'm going to close the card. So now when I open the card, we've got these really pretty flowers in, and that one is just a little bit far over, so it is getting folded. So it actually does look very 3D when it comes out. So that is how you do a pop-up card. Still lots of room to write in here if you want to, but it's just that little added bit of interest on the inside. And if you don't want this flower to fold like that, you can just move it in a little bit. But you can see how everything lays flat when you fold the card. Okay, so let's put the greeting on the front. We can jazz up the inside too, if you like. So let's just pop that down like that. We could put some of these in. We can stamp along the edge. We can use extra pieces of, if you've got a longer piece of this, you could tuck it along the bottom. Otherwise, that is how you do a pop-up card for Easter. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.